I got you.
All right, creatures of the night, Alex Doriot here from the Talking Taker podcast, and I am bringing you another special edition, very special edition of Digging Up the Dead Man, this YouTube supplemental series where we're exploring other aspects of the Undertaker's career, especially going through the collection, adding to the Undertaker and the Undertaker Rogues Gallery collection here that I've been doing here throughout the 5 years plus that we've been doing this podcast, or 5 years, coming up on 5 years. We're in our currently in the 5th year, but anyway, huge news over the past week of the Undertaker finally being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. He's going to be headlining the 2022 class. My podcast partner, Travis White, and I, we did a breaking news podcast. You can find that here on the YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts as well, breaking down that news. And we will have a very special Hall of Fame episode coming up timed to that announcement. But had a couple of really awesome additions to the Talking Taker collection, some essential additions, I would say, that fit in perfectly with this Hall of Fame announcement because they are two rookie items for the Undertaker. I am talking about his rookie action figure as well as his rookie trading card. So I am going to be opening those up. One of them's already open, but I'm just going to show it off to you today here as we add them to the Undertaker shelf right behind me. Number one is the Undertaker's rookie card. There it is in all its glory. This is of course, the Topps Classic Series from 1991. Now, the Undertaker has a few different cards in this series. Actually purchased 2 cards here on eBay. It got a steal of a deal. If you're looking at recent eBay prices, it really only paid $20 for both of these cards. So I was very happy to get that. Of course, a few caveats. It's not graded, and it will probably never be graded. I'm not a card collector. I'm not into that so much, but with the recent card craze, I have been looking at Undertaker rookie cards because I thought that would be a pretty freaking cool item to just have on display, whether or not it's graded or not. The graded ones go for, anywhere from I think the least I've seen is maybe $60 to $75, up to $300, $400, $500 listed on eBay for the rookie cards, graded. I don't know enough about cards, but I'm thinking this one's probably not worth being graded 5 or 6 or something maybe, and I don't need it on display like that. Just enough like this I think is cool to have on the shelf. He has like 5 cards in this series, so there is some debate. You see different cards listed as his rookie card. You'll see he's in a playing card set from 1991 that's often listed as his rookie card. There's another, I think, foreign series of cards that can be listed as his rookie card. Technically, I get you could say all of those count, but really most people say this one, which is the studio shot, that's primarily considered his rookie card. So, what's the value on it? I'm not really sure. I paid $20 for it. I'm happy with that, and I'm cool to have it on display on the Talking Taker shelf. Last summer, I got the companion piece because this was much cheaper. I think I only paid maybe $3.99 for this, but this is the Paul Bearer rookie card from the same series. I thought that would be fun to have on display as well. A nice placeholder till I could get a nice Undertaker card. I will be keeping my eyes open on these. I'll still clock these on eBay to see if I can get a nice graded one, get lucky, get a nice price on one of those, because of course, that would be awesome to display, but I don't need it. I'm cool with just having a card in good shape, to the naked eye, on display on the shelf, very good shape. If you want to nitpick it and get close to it and examine it, you'll see it's imperfect, but I'm okay with that. Never had those cards growing up. Don't remember them. I had some wrestling cards. The wrestling cards that I remember being obsessed over and collecting for years were the ones that came in the WWF magazine. They were the perforated cards. You tear out, you get 9 of them, a whole pack of them, or a whole page of them every month. Actually sold those. My nearly complete set. I think it was the complete set missing one card. I was missing one random card that had gotten lost or damaged or something. So one card went throughout the entire 3.5 year run that they did those in the WWF magazine. I sold those for a very nice price over the summer, that complete set. I didn't think I'd ever sell those, but I could have used the money at that point in time and just had them listed on there for a good price. Someone did the make offer, and I couldn't refuse it for the price that they were doing. Probably the most valuable thing, highest priced item that I've sold on eBay. But it hurt me a little bit. I collected those for so long. They were very sentimental to me, but again, I'm not really a card guy, so I felt okay doing it. So yeah, Undertaker's rookie card is going to be going on display on the Undertaker shelf behind me. And another one, this is going to be the Undertaker's rookie figure. This was an eBay purchase, and let's see here. This one actually came in about a week and a half ago, and probably a little bit embarrassing that for all this time I've been doing an Undertaker collection, for all this time I've been doing the podcast, I did not have his original figure, one of his original Hasbro figures in the collection. But I am proud and excited to be adding this one to the collection. Booyah! There it is. The Undertaker Hasbro figure loose. Mint on card, run about, really I think the cheapest I've seen one go since I've been collecting them is maybe $100, usually $125, $150, up to $175 or $200 depending on the condition of them. Of course, this is not the one that comes with the jacket either. The second series, this is series, the one with the jacket is series 8. I actually can't remember off the top of my head which series Hasbro this is in. But, man, look at this thing. It's got the, let's see. Oh, yeah. He's got the tombstone tackle action, I believe is what it's called there. So the arm clicks into place. This arm can move around. Yeah, no joint in that arm, but the action works smooth. Man, good, very good condition for a loose one. You can kind of see the hat is a little bit chipped there in the back. That was already mentioned in the sale, so I wasn't too upset about that. A little tiny scuff mark on the front. Can't really see that either. But on display, you're not going to notice that little chip in the hat. And again, happy to upgrade this one day. It is sort of a bucket list item for the Undertaker collection to have a mint on card Hasbro Undertaker figure and a nice collector protector case, and have that one on display. So that is probably the ultimate goal for the collection. Ideally to have both series Undertakers. I'm not really concerned about the mail away Undertaker figure and the little baggie, that goes for thousands of dollars. That one is never going to come to me. I am okay with that. But to have an original one on display, mint on card, that is a goal. But how can I say I have an Undertaker collection without having his original figure in there? Of course, I never had this one growing up. You'll see some of my childhood Hasbros up there. Those are Undertaker opponent Hasbros. I have my other Hasbros up above that. And, this will sound blasphemous, but I wasn't a Hasbro guy. As a kid, even. I was 6, 7, 8 years old playing with the Hasbros, and I had a couple dozen of them, but they were not my favorites. I liked some of them. I liked the Bret Hart one a lot. I thought he was very playable, but my problem with the Hasbros as a kid was the lack of playability. This is one of the better ones. I feel like you can do a good amount with this Undertaker with the chokeslam, but you can't move his arm. You can't move his legs. You can't kick his legs. And as a kid, I feel like toys had already kind of advanced beyond what the Hasbros were doing. I had Batman figures and Power Ranger figures and Ninja Turtle figures that had so much more playability and movability with them. And so I had the Hasbro ring and I had my wrestling figure fed, but it was 90% X-Men and Batman and Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles, and I made storylines with them, and I gave them characters that were sort of like the wrestlers on TV. I had a Chuck Norris figure. I don't know if you can see it up there. I still have him, his Karate Commando figure. It's on the Undertaker shelf because he was the referee in the '94 Survivor Series match with Yokozuna and the Undertaker. But he was like my Kevin Nash in my fig fed, doing the power bomb and the big boot, and he was world champion for a long time. I gave him that character. I had a Bruce Wayne figure that was sort of like the Mr. Bob Backlund character and all that. Had the Terminator in the fig fed. To me, those guys were just so much more playable than these Hasbro figures. Undertaker, he may have had an exception back in the day, but I just, for whatever reason as a kid, never found this guy, never saw him on the shelf, never added him to the collection. So here I am, about 30 years late, finally adding the Undertaker Hasbro to the Talking Taker figure collection. I'll give him a very prime spot here. Already have carved it out. Boom. Right at the front, right there on either end, his first figure, we'll call it from his first match, to figure representing his final match in the Boneyard. So what better way to celebrate him going into the Hall of Fame class of 2022. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the Talking Taker podcast for more Undertaker content, digging up the dead man as we explore his Hall of Fame career. You can go into the archives and hear an episode about every single match of his Hall of Fame career, plus some bonus episodes exploring other aspects, and we will have some more content on here celebrating him and celebrating his legacy here as he goes into the Hall of Fame. But until then, take her easy.